Howdy folks, and welcome to episode 1 of a series we're calling FS19 for Beginners. Our goal for this series is to help the beginning player in Farming Simulator 19 be ready to have fun farming and also learn their way around the farmyard quickly. With that said, let's take a look at the menu. First thing that you always want to look at when you are starting a Farming Simulator game is the options. This will allow you to set your language, graphics, keybinds, etc. So be sure and look through the options and set them to your preference. In the General Settings tab, on the left, you have your multiplayer language preference, Input Help Mode, which allows you to choose if you would like to use the keyboard or gamepad for helps. You can turn on or off the use of your gamepad or steering wheel and pedals that you have connected as well. You can turn on or off head and or eye tracking, as well as invert the Y look if that is your preference. On the right side, we have our game volume. At the top, we have the volume master, which controls the overall sound of the game, and below it are the different volumes in the game that you can mix to your preference. Next, we will look at display settings. This is where you will need to pick your preferences for how you want the game to run based on your particular setup. Then we have the keyboard controls. It is good to quickly go through and look at the different key bindings just to familiarize yourself with terminology in the game and what button does what in the game. Also, if you're using a steering wheel with pedal, joystick, or gamepad, these options will be displayed here and can also be changed. All the way to the right at the top, you have device settings. I believe if you have a device other than a mouse and keyboard, there will be more customization options here. At this time, I am unsure as I only use a mouse and keyboard. Now, with all of this technical jargon out of the way, let's talk about some fun stuff. If you have never played a Farming Simulator game, the tutorials are a great way to familiarize yourself with the game. Also, if you want to learn more about Farming Simulator 19, leave a like, comment below, or subscribe to the channel for similar content. It will be greatly appreciated. In FS19, there are 6 tutorials that you can do in order to be ready to start your first farm. I would suggest completing all of these so that you are ready to hop into a single player farm. So let's get back to the top of the menu and look at the career option, which is where you will go to play in your single player farm. This is where you would choose a save game and then pick your career mode of choice. There are 3 modes as you see here. New Farmer Career Mode will already have land bought for you as well as some equipment to get you started. When you load into this career, there will also be helps throughout the map to teach you what to do and best practices to use. Farm Manager Career Mode will start you out with a large amount of money, but you have no land, equipment, or buildings. You determine what you want to buy. Start from Scratch Career Mode is for the hardcore player. Funds are limited from the start and you own nothing. Even the economy is tougher with lower crop prices. My personal preference is the Farm Manager mode, as I like to have the option to do what I like on the map when I want to do it. Once you pick a career mode, we now get to pick a map. There are initially 2 maps to choose from, Ravenport or Felsbrunn, with more options in the mod hub and on various mod sites. You can then select a character and customize various options and colors to your heart's contentment. I personally like the green, just because I am MrTurtleSpeed. You will then be directed to select the mods or DLC that you want to use for this particular game save. You can select new mods each time you start the game. If you select a mod that you have not used on the map, you should not have any issues. However, if you deselect a mod that you have used, it may cause issues for you. Hit start, sit back and relax and farm on. But before we get to that, let's finish up looking at the menu. We are almost ready. The multiplayer option allows you to join a game, create a game, or rent a dedicated server. The mods option we will cover in its own episode, but to give a brief description, this is where you can find mods that are approved by Giant Software that are available to download. Finally, for all of you achievement hunters, there are actual achievements in the game, so be sure to give those a look before starting so you can get all of those taken care of at some point in the game. With all that being said, I hope you find this video helpful and informative, and be sure to subscribe to the channel for more content. Our next episode will actually be on the farm explaining the in-game menu. Until next time, as always, y'all be good, y'all be safe, and have a good one. We'll see you next time.